Well, this is your captain speaking. My name is Jesse Kitonga. Please board the flight of the 9 p.m. wrap. Well, it's a good evening from wherever you're watching us from. You're just in time for the 9 p.m. wrap, live at Captain Jesse Gitonga. That's Jesse with a J and Gitonga with a G. Landing gear disengaged. Let's take off. Remember, you can join in the coverage live through our social media platforms at OBTV Kenya, hashtag the 9 p.m. wrap, or you can reach out to me on my social media platforms at the Jesse Tosh. On to one devastating top story. At least 9 people have died and hundreds are missing after a devastating flash floods hit the Rasua region along the Nepal-Tibet border. Authorities say that 384 travelers are reported missing, including 105 Indian nationals, following the floods that swept through the border area. Roads, bridges, homes, infrastructure have been destroyed, while rescue teams continue searching for those missing. The floods are believed to have been triggered by an ice rock avalanche in the Lendekola River, with authorities warning of further flooding. Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has ruled out a complete ban on street hawking in the capital, saying the trade provides a livelihood for thousands of residents. Speaking on Radio Citizen, Sakaja said the county will instead regulate street trading by creating designated areas and specific operating hours. He said the country is also working to balance the interest of hawkers with those of formal businesses while expanding markets to provide alternative trading spaces. The move marks a shift from the country's previous plan to completely ban hawking in parts of the CBD.
Hawking na street business ni kitu ambayo haitawaisha. Inahitaji tu kuwa managed because pia wao wanatafuta. Lakini ni njia gani? Kwa siku hizi unaona hakuna zile running battles. Zamani ilikuwa mbio kanjo. Na walikuwa sema haya makanjo wanakimbia. Juu ya kufuata walikuwa wanadungana visu. Lakini nilokalisha chini kwambia kwanza kuna maeneo ambapo hamtafanyia hiyo biashara. Na pale ambapo mnafanyia kuna wakati ambao mnafaa muanze. Ili pia unapata kuna mtu kuna duka lake, analipa ushuru, analipa rates, analipa permit na ile ambayo anauza ndio inauzwa nje ya duka yake. Unajua it's not fair. So hiyo balance ndio lazima uwe. Ujue wale hawkers ni watu wako lakini pia wale wenye maduka ni watu wako. Hata na tunawajengea masoko. That's why tunajenga soko 20 katika jiji la Nairobi. Zinaendelea. Sasa hivi nimeona MCA wa Paringo Hamza akinipigia picha ya Jogoo Road Market ambao niliahidi. Tayari contractor amefika first floor. South B Market, shamba ambayo ilikuwa imeibwa. South B Market sasa imefika I think ghorofa ya 3 ama 4. Inaendelea. Juzi nimekuwa Clay City hapo maji mazuri. Ambapo soko shamba tena ambayo ilikuwa imeibwa 8.2 acres na tulikuwa tunauziwa kama county shamba yetu. Soko hii imeisha tayari. Tayari imeisha. Na nilisikia watu wakisema hii soko ilikuwa imewekwa rangi ya county, sasa imebadilishwa rangi kwani
Nairobi Governor Stillong Sakaja has confirmed that he has received calls to join the Orange Democratic Movement, but says he is yet to make a final decision. Sakaja says he is currently consulting with different parties before deciding whether to leave the United Democratic Alliance and join ODM. He has previously acknowledged pressure from the ODM supporters to join the party ahead of the 2027 general election. The governor has also cited his close relationship with the late Raila Odinga, saying Raila had wanted him to join ODM.
Wamesema wanataka ni hame kwa chama chao cha ODM. Hiyo ni ukweli. Kumekuwa na mikutano, vijana walikutana juzi, kulikuwa na kina mama, nimekana pia na wabunge wao because unajua hawezi kuignore. Mwaka huu Oktoba tutakuwa tunaadhimisha 1 year tangu baba tuache. Na baba nafikiri mnajua alikuwa tulikuwa karibu sana. Yeye alikuwa ni baba yangu na alikuwa pia anataka hivyo. Na tulipitia mengi naye. Na siku zake za mwisho tulikuwa tunazungumza sana. Na vile alijiunga na kusaidia rais akasema pia yeye angependa iwe hivyo. So sio jambo ambalo tumeka tarehe ati tunahama tunatoka UD or anything, but kuna huo mwito. Kuna watu hata walianza rumors ati tunachukua sijui vijana 1,100 kila ward kufanya mkutano mkubwa. Hakuna mpango kama huo kwa sasa. But ni jambo ambalo nalisikiza lazima pia we look at what the people are saying. Kama hivyo ndo wanataka, mimi ni mfanyikazi wao.
President William Ruto has announced plans to establish a new university in Emurua Dikir, Narok County at a cost of 1.2 billion Kenya shillings. The institution will be named after the late area MP Johana Ngeno and is expected to widen access to higher education while creating jobs and boosting the local economy. Ruto also revealed billion has been set aside for student hostels serving the area's KMTC facilities. He said the university will serve learners from Emurua Dikir, Narok and other parts of the country, complementing government investments in roads, electricity and markets. The president said linking education infrastructure with development would expand economic opportunities and help reduce poverty.
Floor, second and third floor consists of webinar rooms, boardrooms and the chairperson's office. Now the second development we have is a hostel. It's a G+14 which will accommodate 1,260 students. Will also
hii Emurua Dikir imechelewa siku nyingi, lakini leo nimefika hapa kuanzisha chuo kikuu ya Transmara ambaye itaitwa campus yake Johana Ngeno na University ya Emurua Dikir. Sawa sawa. Na hapa nimekuja na 1.1 billion. Leo vile vile nimefika hapa kwa sababu ya mambo ya KMTC. Muko na KMTC ya Emurua Dikir hapa. Watoto ni wachache kwa sababu madarasa haitoshi na hakuna hostel. Leo nimekuja kuanzisha ujenzi wa hostel. Tumewapatia hostel ya vijana wenu ya Emurua Dikir KMTC. Na mimi mwenyewe nimesema nitajenga madarasa ingine 16.
Former Deputy President and DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua has accused the government of intensifying pressure on small-scale LPG dealers, alleging they are being squeezed out of business through state enforcement measures. Gachagua has also questioned Ruto's 2023 pledge to make cooking gas more affordable, recalling a promise to lower the price of a 6-kilogram cylinder to between 300 and 500 shillings. He said small gas retailers remain critical to households and provide livelihoods to thousands. His remarks come amid growing political debate over the cost of living and support for small business.
On 2nd March 2023, at the Kenyatta International Conference Center, William Ruto, during the launch of the Women Enterprise Fund, in the presence of hundreds of women, made the famous Mutungi ya gas promise. The price of the 6 kg gas cylinder would trade between 300 to 500 Kenya shillings from the then 2,800. This was to be effective from June 2023. Little did we know that he was planning to raid the trade and dominate it. For the last 2 years, small-scale gas dealers have been put under ruthless state-sanctioned seizure, systematic harassment, and a total subversion of the regulatory framework and the guidelines for the retail of liquefied petroleum gas in cylinders.
Well, let's take a short commercial break, but don't go far. This flight is about to land. Welcome back aboard the flight to the 9 p.m. wrap. We are still on course with our destination. The NCIC has issued a stern warning to politicians against hate speech, misinformation, incitement to violence, and the use of goons ahead of the 2027 general election. Speaking at a one-day conference in Mombasa organized by the Human Rights Agenda NCIC Deputy Director of Legal Services, Kialo Mwengi, the Commission will not tolerate rhetoric or activities likely to trigger violence. Mwengi announced that a multi-agency team featuring the NCIC, IEBC, and the ORPP has been established to intensify crackdowns on incitement and monitor political activities closely across the country. Huria Executive Director Yusuf Lule Mwatsefu criticized security agencies for failing to effectively enforce existing laws against organized crime and political goonism, warning that poor enforcement risks pushing the nation into instability. Youth leaders and students from across counties rejected attempts by politicians to recruit them into gangs, calling for greater accountability, issue-based politics, and an end to political manipulation.
So it is our clarion call to members of the political class to desist from engaging in hate speech, misinformation, and incitement to violence generally. We are very keen to ensure that we are going to have peaceful elections. We are not going to have condone hate speech. So this should go as a warning to members of the political class that it is not business as usual.
Yeah. Ningependa kusema kwamba sisi Gen Z, sisi youths tuwakataa kabisa swala la goons, na juu yake tunasema kwamba na tuna encourage vijana wenzetu kwamba tukatae kutumika vibaya na wanasiasa who have their own selfish agendas and will rather destroy a community, destroy culture, destroy all these other things for the sake of getting a position which will last only 5 years. So tukatae as Gen Zs, as youths, let us refuse to be used in a manner which is against the national interest, against the public.
Kenya has called for Africa's health agenda to be turned into concrete investments in systems that reduce dependence on external support. Speaking at the 76th WHO Regional Committee for Africa, Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale said Africa's health self-reliance should focus on sustainable health financing, local manufacturing, and digital transformation. He highlighted Kenya's Taifa Care program, which has enrolled more than 32 million people, as an example of domestic health financing. Duale also urged African countries to strengthen local medicine production and support a regional health data hub to protect Africa's health data.
Kenya has chosen to be ready. Through the Taifa Care under the Social Health Authority, 32.4 million Kenyans are enrolled. Primary health care is funded from our own budget, and the financial protection is a legal entitlement rather than a promise. But domestic resource mobilization is not a slogan. It demands physical space and credible investment cases. So we ask the regional office to strengthen the country capacity for financing reform and to convene together with the ministers of finance, because that is where these decisions are made. Second, manufacturing and pool procurement. Kenya has ratified the treaty establishing the African Medicine Agency, and we urge member states that have not yet done so to ratify without further delay.
Education stakeholders have called for stability in the sector and urged the government to embrace competency-based education as Globe Path International College opens in Mombasa to offer alternative overseas education pathways. Located in Nyali, the new college will offer local foundation programs allowing students to complete 2 semesters locally before transitioning to universities in the UK, Australia, and Canada. Korani Yevida Al-Mjidiho praised the initiative for cutting higher education costs while cautioning against frequent curriculum changes without addressing system weaknesses. Globe Path Principal Samuel Nzioka said the college admits students with a minimum KCSE grade of C- and has partnered with global institutions to reduce overseas foundation costs by over half.
Does that journey? That is the problem we are trying to solve for parents.
Where the competence-based education system is going, it's not that ni mbaya, si mbaya, ni ile ndio imeanza miaka hii ambayo tumeifanya hii ni mbaya, hii ni mzuri. So if we are changing things every 2 years, every 3 years, it's not going to do us anyway. What we have to do is to see where there are weaknesses and strengthen, and if you had properly, there are pathways. Kuna njia ambazo zinachukuliwa, mkondo ambao unachukuliwa kama mtu akiwa konafanya engineering kule kwa competence based. Kuna mambo ambayo masomo anayotoka ya kupeleka engineering, kwa hivyo foundation yake iko hapa na hawa wanaelewa habari ya ile CBET inatoka wapi. Kwa hivyo wanaweza kukarabati yule mwanafunzi au kutengeneza yule mwanafunzi, kumuingiza kwenye mkondo wa kuingia kwa masomo ya kule Ulaya. Hata kama masomo yale yako tofauti, hapa watakuwa na ule msingi wa kuendeleza ile elimu ya kule.
Youth have been asked to take a leading role in food production, environmental conservation, and community development through organized farm labor solidarity and food cooperatives. It brings young people together to support farmers with labor. The program has brought together more than 100 youths from Migori and other parts of the country, linking them to over 67 food cooperatives. Ochieng also said youths will be involved in food markets, including sales, packaging, and distribution, creating opportunities for income generation.
We are saying that the youth should be organized from the household. So in each and every household, we want to bring all the youth together through farm labor solidarity so that they can engage. We have youths who are also supporting the food co-op markets. We have youths who are selling milk, who are selling eggs, who are selling airtime in our food co-op market. So this is also providing them with an income as they are also growing. So about 100 youths were involved, with around 60 youths coming from outside this region and 40 youths coming from Migori County. So we have around 67 food cooperatives where all the representatives have come here. And the reason why we are focusing on the youth, because youth have the energy.
Actually, we have learned a lot and exchanged ideas in so many things that we were just talking about over the phone. And yesterday, not even once, not even our comrades alone, we were with them. We try to mingle even with people outside who are telling us and teaching us about the digital platform on which will help us to grow. I've learned that we have to focus actually in the indigenous seeds that we have, the things that our parents used to like plant over the years back. That's what we should rely on.
Business operators in Migori town are appealing to the county government to urgently address the accumulation of garbage that has been persisted for about 5 months. The piles of waste have spread to business entrances, making it difficult for them to operate in a clean environment. They say the foul stench from the decomposing waste is driving away customers and affecting hotels, food vendors, and other small businesses. The traders have also raised concerns over possible public health risks, including contaminated water and the spread of waterborne diseases, especially as the rainy season approaches. They are now calling for immediate garbage collection and proper disposal to restore cleanliness and safety in the town.
Mimi niko na hoteli hapa, hata makastoma wakuji. Juzi walileta gunia mwenye sijui iko na damu, sijui iko na binadamu imekatwa. Sasa tulikuwa tunaomba waziri wetu gavana, tafadhali utusaidie, ututolee hii taka. Tunaumia juu hapa ndio inatulisha na watoto wanaenda shule. Hakuna venye tutafanya juu wakasema pia sasa hii wanakimbia.
Taka imefanya hadi hatuwezi fanya biashara yetu kama sisi ni wanasaluni hapa. Wateja hawezi kuja maana hii takataka inanuka.
Na tunaomba county government, kama kazi imesinda environment, Kwa nini county government iko na idara nyingi? Ingieni hapa mchukue hii takataka utoe hapa, watu wa biashara hapa wapate nafuu.
We are asking the county government to remove the garbage immediately because as you can see, the rains are coming very soon. And then the national government is saying that very soon there will be El Nino.
The 32nd African Organization for Standardization, ARSO, assembly has opened in Mombasa with a call for African countries to harmonize product standards and quality control systems to remove trade barriers. Hosted by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, KEBS, the 4-day meeting has brought together delegates from more than 40 countries to advance inter-African trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area. ARSO says harmonizing more than 2,700 standards will help products move across borders more efficiently and reduce the cost of doing business. The meeting will also launch the Africa Quality Mark to boost consumer confidence and product competitiveness.
Well, we have also reignited our pre-verification.
Africa, we cannot be disjointed. We need to have standards which are harmonized. We need to ensure that once a certificate is issued in one country, then the products can be able to cross over the borders without having to be retested again.
The submitted tariff lines under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area have now been covered at the level of 28%. We know that we have 72% to go that we provide harmonized standards to realize the needs and our motto of one certificate, one standard, one test, one certificate accepted everywhere.
So we're there as ASO champions to encourage other countries who are not yet members of ASO to become members of ASO. Then what are the benefits of becoming members of ASO? One, we are talking about one certificate working for all. So how do we achieve this? That first and foremost, we want most countries, if not all, to become members of ASO. And then when they become members of ASO, as champions, ASO champions, we are encouraging them to participate in the development of ASO standards, in the harmonization of ASO standards through the technical committees. And in addition to that, it's not only having these standards harmonized, but we want to encourage all member states as ASO champions to adopt these standards. Apart from adopting these standards, that means they have to apply these standards in their respective countries.
Well, for those aboard the 9 p.m. flight, I'm afraid we have come to the end of our flight. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Oh, and don't forget, and now